What if I told you that by the time you're 70, you might have already lost nearly half of your muscle strength without even realizing it? The truth is, muscle loss isn't just a part of aging, it's a silent thief. Stay tuned to find out how you can stop it in its tracks. As a retired doctor with many years of experience, I've seen firsthand the impact that aging can have on the body, particularly the loss of muscle mass, which often goes unnoticed by most. It's a gradual decline, a silent thief that steals away your strength, your independence, and your ability to live a vibrant, active life. But here's the catch. You might not even realize it's happening until it's too late. Let me take you back a few decades, to a time when I first began my medical career. I remember seeing elderly patients coming in, complaining about feeling weak, tired, and unable to keep up with their grandchildren. The typical diagnosis, the one that many people and even some doctors quickly jumped to, was simply aging. It's just part of getting older, they'd say. But over time, I began to see something more troubling beneath the surface. I began to realize that what they were experiencing wasn't a normal part of aging. It was something that could be prevented, reversed, and even avoided if we paid closer attention. You see, as you grow older, your body goes through many changes. Some of these are inevitable, but others, like the gradual loss of muscle mass known as sarcopenia, do not have to be part of the equation. It's a cruel reality that most seniors are unaware of until it's too late. By the time you're in your 70s, you may have already lost up to 40% of your muscle mass. That's nearly half of the strength you once had, and it's happening without you even noticing. Imagine this. You're in your 70s or 80s, and you try to do something as simple as walking up a flight of stairs. But your legs feel weak, your energy is drained, and what should have been an easy task has become an overwhelming challenge. Or perhaps you notice that getting out of a chair feels like an impossible task, or that you struggle to lift grocery bags without assistance. These aren't just signs of getting old, they are symptoms of a condition that can be prevented and reversed if you take action now. Studies show that seniors with significant muscle loss face a staggering 320% increased risk of developing mobility disabilities. This doesn't just affect their ability to move. It affects their quality of life. Once muscle strength declines, even basic activities like walking or climbing stairs become a distant memory. For some, the next step is a wheelchair or even a nursing home. But what's even more alarming is the fact that many doctors overlook a crucial vitamin deficiency that could be exacerbating this problem. A deficiency that is present in 78% of seniors. Imagine this. A nutrient, one that could be the key to preserving your strength and independence, is likely missing from your daily diet, and yet, it's rarely even discussed by your doctor. This could be the reason you're feeling weaker and less able to take on everyday tasks. But there's hope. Through extensive research and clinical studies, we now know that there are specific vitamins and nutrients that can reverse muscle loss even in your 70s and 80s. These nutrients, often overlooked by many, can be the key to maintaining your vitality, your independence, and your quality of life as you age. This discovery isn't just about reversing muscle loss, it's about reclaiming your freedom. Imagine being able to carry your groceries, walk up the stairs, or simply stand up from a chair without help. It's possible, and the path to this kind of recovery starts with understanding which nutrients your body needs. I've spent my career helping patients understand how they can protect their bodies from the ravages of age. And one of the most powerful lessons I've learned is this: muscle loss doesn't have to be inevitable. With the right approach, through diet, supplementation, and proper care, you can maintain, and even rebuild, your muscle health. The key is knowing which nutrients your body is craving, and how to provide them. Now, I want you to imagine what your life could look like if you took action today. What if you could regain your strength and independence? What if you could feel better, move better, and live a fuller life? The truth is, you can. And in this video, I'm going to reveal the 6 essential vitamins and nutrients that can help you do just that. These aren't just theories, they're backed by research and clinical trials, showing real, measurable results. But before we dive in, I want you to take a moment and reflect. Do you want to continue accepting the belief that muscle loss is just a part of getting older? Or are you ready to take control of your health and start reversing this silent decline? If you're ready to take that step, I encourage you to subscribe to this channel. By subscribing, you're not only showing your commitment to living a healthier, more independent life, but you're also supporting the creation of more videos like this, designed to help you take control of your health and well-being. As a retired doctor with decades of experience in the field, I have come to learn one undeniable truth. We often underestimate the power of the nutrients that sustain our bodies, especially as we age. When I first started my career, I believed that the inevitable loss of muscle mass, what we now refer to as sarcopenia, was just a natural consequence of getting older. In the early days, many of my patients came to me complaining of weakness, fatigue, and loss of muscle strength. I would often reassure them that their symptoms were part of the aging process. But, as the years passed and research advanced, I started to realize that I had been missing a key piece of the puzzle. Muscle loss, though common in the elderly, does not have to be inevitable. And what's more startling, it can often be prevented, slowed, or even reversed with the right nutrients. You see, the problem with aging is that it's far too easy to accept the physical decline that comes with it. We begin to believe that our strength fades simply because we're getting older. We look at seniors around us, people who are frail and weak, and assume that muscle loss is just an unavoidable fact of life. But I've come to understand that this is not entirely true. In fact, many seniors face muscle loss because they're not getting the proper nutrients their bodies need to stay strong. And that's where I, as a doctor with years of experience, want to make a difference. Over the years, I've seen countless patients who, with the right nutritional support, were able to regain strength, improve their mobility, and, in many cases, avoid or delay the need for wheelchairs and nursing homes. This transformation didn't happen because of miracle cures or overnight fixes. It happened because they started to prioritize the right nutrients in their diet nutrients that are absolutely essential to maintaining muscle mass and strength as we age. When we talk about muscle health, we need to start by acknowledging that it's not just about working out or exercising. While physical activity is certainly important, the fuel our bodies get from the food we eat is equally vital. Unfortunately, as we grow older, our bodies become less efficient at absorbing the nutrients we need. And in many cases, we aren't consuming enough of the right nutrients to support our muscles. This is why I've always emphasized the importance of proper nutrition, especially when it comes to vitamins and minerals that directly impact muscle health. For example, I've seen so many seniors struggle with vitamin deficiencies, especially when it comes to vitamin D, B12, and magnesium vitamins that play a crucial role in maintaining muscle strength. Often, these deficiencies are overlooked, even by physicians, and are never addressed until the symptoms become severe. That's why it's so critical to understand the role that each of these nutrients plays in your body and how they can help preserve muscle health. Now, let me share with you a bit of what I've learned over the years. We often hear about vitamins and minerals in passing, but we don't always understand how they truly affect us, particularly as we get older. I want to take a moment to explain the science behind these nutrients and why they are so essential for keeping our muscles strong and healthy. First, we have CoQ10, a nutrient that many doctors often overlook. CoQ10 plays a vital role in energy production within our cells, especially in our muscle cells. As we age, our levels of CoQ10 naturally decline, and this can have a profound effect on muscle strength and recovery. I've seen patients who, after supplementing with CoQ10, experience remarkable improvements in their ability to perform daily activities. It's not just a matter of preventing muscle loss. It's about restoring the energy needed for your muscles to function at their best. Then there's vitamin D, which is often linked to bone health, but its benefits go far beyond that. Vitamin D is a key player in muscle function. It helps to activate proteins that are responsible for muscle contraction, and without sufficient levels, your muscles simply cannot function as they should. Many seniors are unaware that vitamin D deficiency is one of the primary reasons for muscle weakness and poor balance. I've seen patients who, after getting their vitamin D levels back to normal, experience less fatigue and greater stability when walking. And we can't forget vitamin B12, another, often overlooked nutrient that's critical for maintaining healthy nerve function. As we age, our ability to absorb vitamin B12 diminishes, and this can lead to numbness, weakness, and even muscle atrophy. I've had patients who were struggling with these symptoms for years, only to find that a simple vitamin B12 supplement was the key to regaining their strength and coordination. This deficiency is especially common in seniors who take medications like metformin or proton pump inhibitors, which can further impair B12 absorption. Magnesium, too, is crucial for muscle health. It's involved in muscle relaxation and contraction, and without enough magnesium, your muscles can become tight, cramp, and fatigue quickly. Over the years, I've seen many patients suffer from chronic muscle cramps or tightness, and the cause was often magnesium deficiency. Replenishing magnesium levels has brought relief to many of them, allowing them to move with more ease and less discomfort. Lastly, there's creatine, something you might associate with bodybuilders or athletes, but it's equally important for seniors. Creatine helps to replenish the energy stores in muscle cells, especially during short bursts of activity like standing up from a chair or climbing stairs. As we age, the natural stores of creatine in our muscles decline, and that's where supplementation can make a huge difference. I've seen patients who've used creatine supplements alongside light resistance training to see significant improvements in their muscle strength and overall mobility. The fascinating part about all of this is that these nutrients don't just prevent muscle loss, they can actually reverse it. I've witnessed it firsthand in my practice. Patients who were once weak and frail, struggling with everyday tasks, have regained their muscle strength after being put on the right nutritional plan. They've gone from barely being able to walk to being able to stand tall, walk upstairs, and carry groceries with ease. So what does this mean for you? It means that with the right knowledge and the right nutrients, you can protect your muscles, maintain your strength, and live a more independent life as you age. It's never too late to start taking care of your body. I've seen the benefits of proper nutrition in countless patients, and I want you to know that you too can experience those same benefits. The secret to preventing muscle loss and improving muscle health isn't hidden in some expensive miracle drug. It's found in the nutrients that are already available to us. As a doctor, I have dedicated my career to helping people live healthier, more active lives. And now, in my retirement, I'm more passionate than ever about sharing this knowledge with you. The power to prevent muscle loss and reclaim your independence is within your reach. The question is, are you ready to take action? As I reflect on my many years as a doctor, I can't help but feel a deep sense of responsibility to share what I have learned about maintaining muscle health. Particularly in our later years, it wasn't always like this. When I first started my career, I was caught up in the same misconceptions that many people still believe today, that muscle loss was just a part of aging, an unavoidable decline. But as I grew in my practice and my understanding of the human body, I began to realize that the truth is far more empowering. Muscle loss, especially as we age, doesn't have to be inevitable. It can be prevented, reversed, and managed with the right approach. And one of the most vital aspects of that approach lies in the nutrients we provide our bodies. Through decades of working with elderly patients, I've witnessed the transformative power of key vitamins and nutrients. These nutrients are more than just supplements. They are the building blocks for muscle health. As we age, our bodies face challenges in absorbing and utilizing the nutrients they need. But with the right understanding and proactive measures, we can fortify our muscles and support our strength well into our 70s, 80s, and beyond. Let me take you through some of the most critical nutrients for muscle health. These are not just any vitamins and minerals. They are the lifeblood of your muscles, the support system that allows your body to stay strong, flexible, and independent as the years go by. First on the list is CoQ10, coenzyme Q10. Now, you might not hear about CoQ10 as often as other vitamins, but in my years as a doctor, I've seen its incredible impact. CoQ10 is a compound found naturally in the mitochondria of your cells. Think of the mitochondria as the powerhouses of your cells, especially your muscle cells. They are responsible for generating the energy your body uses to move, to lift, and to perform every physical task. However, as we age, our levels of CoQ10 naturally decline. This is particularly problematic because CoQ10 plays a key role in maintaining muscle energy production. I've seen firsthand the difference CoQ10 can make in seniors who supplement with it. Many patients who were once fatigued, struggling with basic activities like walking or climbing stairs, reported significant improvements after incorporating CoQ10 into their daily routine. It wasn't an overnight miracle, but over time the results were undeniable. CoQ10 helps fuel the energy production in your muscles, and as a result, you have more strength, more endurance, and a renewed sense of vitality. And the best part? Clinical studies show that the benefits are not just theoretical. CoQ10 supplementation has been shown to improve muscle strength in as little as 14 days. Another key player in maintaining muscle health is vitamin D. When I began practicing medicine, vitamin D was primarily associated with bone health. However, over the years, I've come to understand that vitamin D plays a much broader role in muscle function. This vitamin helps regulate the muscle's ability to contract and function properly. Without enough vitamin D, your muscles simply don't perform as well. They become weaker, less responsive, and more prone to injury. It's alarming how many seniors are vitamin D deficient. I remember a patient of mine, let's call him John, who came to me complaining of feeling sluggish, unable to keep up with his grandchildren, and constantly stumbling. After running some tests, we discovered that his vitamin D levels were dangerously low. We put him on a vitamin D supplement, and within months, he saw a remarkable improvement. He could walk longer distances, carry groceries without getting winded, and even started gardening again. I've seen this time and time again. When you give your muscles the vitamin D they need, you can drastically improve their function. Vitamin D does more than just support bone health. It is absolutely essential for maintaining muscle strength and mobility as you age. Vitamin B12 is another crucial nutrient that often gets overlooked, especially in seniors. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at absorbing B12, which is vital for nerve function and muscle health. Without enough B12, you can experience fatigue, numbness, and even muscle weakness. I've seen so many patients, particularly those on medications like metformin or proton pump inhibitors, who were unknowingly suffering from B12 deficiency. They would come to me complaining of muscle weakness, and after a simple blood test, we would discover the root cause. After supplementing with B12, many of them saw a huge improvement, not just in their muscle strength, but also in their energy levels and overall well-being. But it's not just about muscle strength. Vitamin B12 is also essential for maintaining healthy red blood cells, which help transport oxygen to your muscles. Without enough oxygen, your muscles cannot function at their best. This is why B12 supplementation is so important for older adults. It helps ensure that your muscles receive the oxygen they need to perform efficiently, especially during physical activities. Then we have magnesium, a mineral that is so often underappreciated. Magnesium is involved in more than 300 biochemical reactions in the body, but one of its most important roles is in muscle function. It helps muscles relax after contraction, which is critical for preventing cramps and spasms. Without enough magnesium, your muscles stay tense and you can experience frequent cramping, pain, and fatigue. I've had many patients, especially those with chronic muscle pain, who found relief after increasing their magnesium intake. Magnesium also helps with energy production, so when your magnesium levels are optimal, your muscles have more energy to work and recover. For seniors, getting enough magnesium is vital for maintaining mobility and reducing muscle fatigue. It's one of the most important minerals for supporting long-term muscle health. Finally, we come to creatine, a nutrient that's often associated with bodybuilders but is just as important for seniors. Creatine helps replenish the energy stores in your muscles, allowing for quick bursts of strength and power. As we age, our natural creatine stores decline, which is why supplementing with creatine can make such a difference. It's not just about building muscle mass, it's about keeping the muscles you have strong and functional. Creatine is especially beneficial for older adults because it has been shown to help maintain muscle mass, improve strength, and enhance recovery. I've seen patients who, after taking creatine alongside light resistance training, experience a significant increase in their strength and ability to perform daily tasks. It's one of the most effective ways to combat the muscle loss that comes with aging. These nutrients CoQ10, vitamin D, B12, magnesium, and creatine are not just about preventing muscle loss. They are about empowering you to take control of your muscle health and maintain the strength you need to live a fulfilling, independent life. As a doctor, I've seen the profound impact that the right nutrients can have on seniors. These aren't just theoretical benefits. They are real, measurable improvements that can make a world of difference in your daily life. By understanding the importance of these nutrients and incorporating them into your daily routine, you can not only prevent muscle loss but also restore the strength and vitality that may have been slipping away over the years. It's never too late to start, and the power to reclaim your health is in your hands. Don't wait for muscle loss to take action now, and your future self will thank you. In the years I've spent as a doctor, I've seen far too many people resign themselves to the idea that losing muscle strength is a natural part of getting older. But I'm here to tell you it doesn't have to be. With the right nutrients, you can maintain and even build your muscle strength. You just have to take the first step. As I sit in my retirement reflecting on the many years I spent as a doctor, I can't help but feel a deep sense of urgency to share what I have learned. particularly regarding the hidden power of certain nutrients that can greatly enhance muscle health in seniors. Muscle weakness, as many of you know, is something that creeps up on us gradually. It's often dismissed as a simple consequence of aging, a condition that we are simply meant to endure. But through my decades of practice, I've seen the dramatic improvements that can come from understanding and addressing the nutrients that are critical to maintaining our muscle strength as we grow older. It's a deeply unsettling experience to witness someone who has been losing muscle strength without knowing that it could have been prevented. I recall many patients who would come into my office with complaints of fatigue, muscle aches, and the feeling of being physically diminished. Time and again, I would ask myself why this was happening to so many people, when the truth was that with the proper nutrition and supplementation, these issues could be significantly mitigated. Over the years, I discovered that while certain vitamins like vitamin D and B12 are commonly acknowledged for their role in muscle health, there are other, often overlooked nutrients that are just as essential. Let me tell you about vitamin C, a nutrient that many people don't realize is as vital to muscle health as it is to immune health. We often think of vitamin C as a remedy for colds, but its role in muscle preservation is just as significant. Collagen, the protein that provides structure and stability to muscles, tendons, and ligaments, relies on vitamin C for its production. Without sufficient vitamin C, the connective tissue around your muscles becomes fragile and weak, leaving you more vulnerable to injuries and strains. I remember one elderly woman who came to see me many years ago. She had been an active person in her younger years but had started to feel weak and frail. Her muscles ached, and she found it difficult to do even simple tasks like lifting a grocery bag. After examining her diet and running some tests, it became clear to me that her vitamin C levels were extremely low. We decided to increase her intake of vitamin C-rich foods, such as citrus fruits, peppers, and broccoli. And I also recommended a supplement. The difference was remarkable. Over time, her muscle strength improved. She no longer struggled to perform daily activities, and the pain she had been feeling began to subside. This experience stuck with me, as it underscored the importance of understanding how every nutrient plays its part in our overall health, especially as we age. Vitamin C not only aids in collagen production but also acts as a powerful antioxidant. It helps protect muscle cells from oxidative stress and free radical damage, which can lead to muscle breakdown and weakness over time. If you want to preserve your muscles as you age, vitamin C is one nutrient you should never overlook. Then there's magnesium, which I can tell you from experience is often one of the most underrated nutrients when it comes to muscle health. It's easy to forget about magnesium, but it is vital for muscle function in so many ways. Magnesium helps regulate muscle contractions by acting as a natural calcium blocker. When your body doesn't have enough magnesium, muscles can become overstimulated and stay in a state of tension, leading to cramps, spasms, and fatigue. I've seen this countless times in my practice seniors complaining of chronic muscle cramps, especially at night. They would wake up in pain, unable to get comfortable, and frustrated by the ongoing discomfort. After examining their magnesium intake, I often found that they were either not consuming enough magnesium-rich foods, or their bodies simply weren't absorbing it efficiently. Supplementing with magnesium made a world of difference for many of these patients. Their cramps lessened, and their muscles began to relax. Magnesium also plays a crucial role in energy production, and as we age, our energy stores can become depleted more easily. Without sufficient magnesium, your muscles become depleted of the energy they need to function properly. This results in fatigue, weakness, and diminished endurance. That's why I always emphasize the importance of magnesium, especially in older adults. Whether you're eating dark leafy greens, nuts, or seeds, or supplementing with magnesium citrate or glycinate, ensuring that you get enough of this mineral is essential for maintaining healthy, strong muscles. Creatine, often thought of as something only younger people or athletes use, is another powerful nutrient that is essential for seniors who want to preserve their muscle health. Creatine helps fuel the muscles by replenishing their stores of phosphocreatine, a form of energy that muscles use during short bursts of activity, such as standing up from a chair or climbing stairs. As we age, our creatine stores naturally decline, which makes it harder for us to perform these quick movements. This can lead to falls, injuries, and an overall decline in mobility. When I first encountered creatine supplementation in my practice, I was skeptical. But after seeing how it helps so many of my patients, I became a strong advocate for it. I remember one man in his 70s who had been struggling with his mobility. He had difficulty rising from his chair and felt winded even after walking short distances. After introducing creatine into his regimen, combined with light resistance training, he saw incredible improvements. Not only was he able to move more freely, but his muscle strength also improved significantly. This was proof to me that creatine isn't just for bodybuilders, it's for anyone who wants to preserve their muscle strength, regardless of age. So what does all this mean? It means that vitamin C, magnesium, and creatine are essential pieces of the puzzle when it comes to preserving muscle strength as we age. These nutrients, when taken together with others like CoQ10 and vitamin D, create a powerful system that works to keep our muscles strong, functional, and ready to tackle the challenges of daily life. As I sit here in my later years, I think back on all the people I've helped over the years. I've seen patients regain their strength, independence, and confidence after addressing nutrient deficiencies that they didn't even know they had. This isn't just about adding years to your life. It's about adding life to your years. The simple truth is that, as we age, we don't have to accept muscle loss as an unavoidable part of getting older. We can take steps starting today to support our muscles, rebuild strength, and improve our quality of life. The right nutrients make all the difference. They are the foundation for healthy, strong muscles that can keep us active, mobile, and independent for many years to come. As a doctor, I've seen the difference that these nutrients can make. And I'm here to tell you, the power to prevent muscle weakness is in your hands. Take control of your health, nourish your body with the right nutrients, and you'll be amazed at what you can achieve. As I look back over the years I spent as a doctor, I realized that the most fulfilling part of my career was not just in diagnosing or treating illness, but in empowering people to take control of their own health. This is especially true when it comes to muscle health. After all, muscles are the foundation of our strength, independence, and ability to move through life. Yet so many people, especially as they age, overlook the importance of muscle preservation. They fall into the trap of thinking that muscle loss is inevitable and just part of getting older. I have spent my life working to change that mindset because I know with certainty that it does not have to be this way. Throughout my career, I have treated countless elderly patients who have faced the painful consequences of muscle weakness, patients who have lost the ability to walk, to care for themselves, or to engage in activities they once enjoyed. Some of them, like many others, accepted their physical decline as simply part of the aging process. But many others, after learning about the essential nutrients they needed to support their muscle health, began to regain their strength, independence, and joy for life. These patients are proof that muscle health can be preserved, restored, and improved with the right guidance and nutrition. As a doctor, my job was never just to treat the symptoms but to provide my patients with the tools they needed to prevent future health problems. And when it comes to muscle health, the most effective tool we have is knowledge, specifically the knowledge of which nutrients our bodies need to keep our muscles strong, flexible, and functional as we age. First and foremost, my advice is to never underestimate the power of good nutrition. So often, people focus on exercise or physical therapy, and while those are incredibly important, they overlook the importance of nourishing their bodies from within. Without the proper nutrients, your muscles simply cannot function at their best. Even if you're exercising regularly, you won't see the benefits if your body isn't receiving the vitamins and minerals it needs to repair and grow muscle tissue. That is why, in my experience, the most effective approach is a holistic one. It's not just about one nutrient or one type of exercise, it's about combining a balanced diet with the right supplements, along with regular physical activity to support your muscles from all angles. In practical terms, this means making sure you're getting the essential nutrients that have been shown to support muscle health, like CoQ10, vitamin D, B12, magnesium, vitamin C, and creatine. These nutrients work together to improve muscle function, boost energy production, and enhance recovery. But it's not just about taking supplements. It's about incorporating nutrient-dense foods into your diet, foods that provide these nutrients naturally. For example, I always encourage my patients to consume a variety of fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats. Foods like fatty fish, eggs, nuts, seeds, and leafy greens are rich in the nutrients your muscles need to thrive. But let's be honest, most of us don't always get enough of these essential nutrients from food alone, especially as we get older and our bodies become less efficient at absorbing nutrients. This is why supplementation can play such a critical role. However, not all supplements are created equal. After decades of clinical experience, I can tell you that not all vitamin and mineral supplements are absorbed well by the body. Many supplements are poorly absorbed and often pass through the body without providing much benefit. This is where quality matters. It's important to choose supplements that are highly bioavailable, meaning they are easily absorbed and utilized by your body. Look for brands that use high-quality ingredients and forms of nutrients that your body can actually use. For example, magnesium glycinate and methylcobalamin, the active form of vitamin B12, are both much more easily absorbed than other forms of these nutrients. Now, let me tell you a story that has stayed with me throughout my career, a story that illustrates just how powerful proper nutrition and supplementation can be. A few years into my practice, a woman in her early 70s came to see me. She was struggling with her mobility, feeling weak and tired all the time. She had difficulty climbing stairs and often found herself needing assistance with basic tasks like getting up from a chair or carrying groceries. After running some tests, I found that she was severely deficient in vitamin D and magnesium, and her B12 levels were also lower than they should have been. She had been living with these deficiencies for years, not knowing that they were contributing to her weakness. One recommended a few simple changes to her diet: more vitamin D-rich foods like salmon and fortified dairy, more magnesium-rich foods like spinach and almonds, and a daily vitamin B12 supplement. I also advised her to supplement with CoQ10 as her energy levels were low. Within just a few months, the transformation was incredible. She was walking with more ease, she had more energy, and she could perform daily tasks without feeling fatigued. She no longer needed assistance getting up from a chair or climbing stairs. That experience taught me an invaluable lesson. When we give our bodies the nutrients they need, they respond. It's not just about aging gracefully, it's about taking proactive steps to preserve your health and independence as you grow older. The right nutrition, the right supplements, and the right mindset can help you avoid the decline that so many people mistakenly accept as a natural part of aging. But there's one more piece to this puzzle: physical activity. Nutrition alone is not enough. While the nutrients I've mentioned are essential for muscle health, exercise is equally important. And I'm not talking about lifting heavy weights or running marathons. Even light resistance training or regular walking can make a huge difference in maintaining muscle mass and strength. In my practice, I often recommended simple exercises like squats, leg lifts, and arm stretches to help my patients maintain their mobility and strength. The goal isn't to become a bodybuilder, it's to stay independent, active, and healthy. I understand that exercise can be difficult, especially when you're already feeling weak or fatigued. But I want to stress this: it's never too late to start. I've seen patients in their 80s and even 90s make remarkable progress by incorporating even small amounts of exercise into their routine. And the benefits go beyond muscle strength. They also include improved balance, better bone health, and enhanced mental well-being. As you age, your muscles may begin to decline, but that doesn't mean you have to accept it. You have the power to slow down or even reverse the effects of muscle loss. It's about nourishing your body with the right nutrients, staying active, and being proactive about your health. And as I've seen time and time again in my practice, this approach works. So I encourage you to take charge of your muscle health today. Start by assessing your diet and considering whether you're getting the nutrients your body needs. If you're not, supplements may be the solution. Along with that, engage in regular physical activity. Something as simple as walking or light strength training can make a world of difference. And above all, remember, aging doesn't mean losing your strength or independence. With the right approach, you can continue to live an active, fulfilling life well into your later years. In closing, I want to leave you with this thought: it's never too late to start caring for your muscles. The nutrients and lifestyle changes I've outlined here can help you not only maintain but also improve your muscle strength as you age. Take action now, and you will reap the rewards for years to come. Your future self will thank you. Throughout my years as a doctor, I've witnessed countless individuals who have struggled with the natural decline of muscle mass as they age. I've seen people resign to the fact that their strength, mobility, and independence would gradually fade away. But after decades of research, patient care, and experience, I can tell you with certainty, muscle loss is not an inevitable part of aging. With the right knowledge, nutrition, and exercise, muscle health can be maintained, improved, and even restored. It's never too late to take charge of your body and protect the strength that allows you to live a full, active life. The key lies in understanding the essential nutrients that your body needs to maintain muscle health. CoQ10, vitamin D, B12, magnesium, vitamin C, and creatine. These nutrients are the foundation of muscle preservation and recovery. They work together to support muscle function, improve energy levels, and help prevent the decline that many seniors mistakenly accept as inevitable. In my practice, I've seen firsthand the power of these nutrients. I've had patients who came to me struggling with simple tasks: climbing stairs, standing up from a chair, or lifting a grocery bag. They were exhausted, frustrated, and felt as though their bodies were betraying them. But after introducing these nutrients into their routine, the transformation was remarkable. With the right supplementation, paired with a balanced diet and light physical activity, these patients regained their strength and independence. They were able to do things they once thought were out of reach, from walking longer distances to picking up their grandchildren. It's important to remember that aging doesn't have to mean weakness. Your muscles don't have to wither away in silence. With the right approach, you can maintain, rebuild, and protect your muscle health well into your later years. The path to preserving your strength is clear. Nourish your body with the right nutrients. Stay active, and never stop learning about how to care for yourself. However, taking action requires more than just understanding the nutrients needed for muscle health. It requires a commitment to yourself, a promise to take care of your body and prevent the pain, frustration, and loss of independence that so many face as they grow older. And just as importantly, it requires a mindset shift, a belief that you have the power to take control of your health and well-being, regardless of your age. Control of your health and well-being, regardless of your age. The changes you make today, whether it's adjusting your diet, incorporating the right supplements, or getting more active, will pay off in the future. The older I get, the more I realize that it's never too late to start. I've seen patients in their 80s and even 90s make incredible strides in their health by simply making small changes to their diet and lifestyle. They've gone from relying on others for basic tasks to becoming more self-sufficient and active. And this isn't a fluke, it's the power of proper nutrition and physical care. So I urge you to start today. If you haven't already, take a moment to evaluate your current health. Are you getting the right nutrients? Are you staying active? And most importantly, are you prioritizing your muscle health? These are the building blocks for an independent, active, and fulfilling life as you age. Don't wait for your muscles to weaken. Take control now and give your body the support it needs to thrive. The lesson to take away from this is simple but powerful. Muscle health is essential to living an active, independent life as we age. The right nutrients: CoQ10, vitamin D, B12, magnesium, vitamin C, and creatine are the key to preserving and restoring your muscle strength. They work together to support energy production, muscle function, and overall health. The changes you make today, whether through diet, supplementation, or physical activity, can help you maintain your strength and independence for years to come. It's never too late to start taking care of your body. Now that you've learned about the crucial role of nutrients in maintaining muscle health, I'd love to hear from you. What's the first step you'll take to improve your muscle health today? Answer A: I will focus on getting more vitamin D and magnesium into my diet. Answer B: I'll start incorporating more physical activity into my daily routine. Please share your thoughts in the comments below. I believe we can all learn from each other's experiences and support each other on this journey. If you found this video helpful, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel. Your support helps keep us motivated to create more content that can improve lives. If you feel inspired and would like to help, consider donating to help keep this channel running and to support future videos filled with valuable knowledge. Even a small contribution will help us continue sharing life-changing information with all of you. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to hearing from you in the comments. Together, we can create a community that empowers people to live healthier, happier lives.